Hi there, my name's Andrew Adams from Parker Adams Boat Sales. I'm here today down in Gosport Marina, and it's an absolute pleasure to bring you a Targa 38 GT. Now, this is a boat made by Fairline. Fairline have a fantastic reputation for really great high quality boats, and this boat is absolutely no exception. I'm very excited to bring this boat to you. Now, so a couple of things about the Targa 38. The Targa 38 in many ways is a bit of a spiritual successor to the Targa 34, which, as anybody that follows this channel will see, we've done a lot of videos on the Targa 34, massively popular boat. Lots of the 38s are in soft top forms. They have covers both at the front and the rear of the cockpit. But this boat is the GT version, stands for Gran Turismo, and what that means is it's got a hard top, so it has an electric sliding retractable sunroof, which is a massively popular option. So this boat is a really, really great example. It's one owner from new. It's powered by Volvo Penta D4-300 engines, and it also has some really, really nice features. So what I'm going to do is continue now the walkthrough tour and point out all of the bits and bobs about this boat and the reasons that I think that these 38s are so popular. So the first thing to note, if we start off on the stern, is you can see a really nice big bathing platform, which is wrap around, and the edges come right to the side here, so very, very easy to step on board. This boat also has something called a Hurley-Davitt system. So there's a system which clips onto these stainless steel clips here, and what you do is you lift the tender up from the side, so you roll the tender effectively onto the Davitt system. And what that means is you don't need to have a big clumpy passerelle on the back of the boat. In this country, where we don't do much stern to mooring in terms of needing to go up to access to a walkway behind like they do in the Med, the passerelles can actually get in the way a bit. So a Hurley-Davitt system is a really nice alternative to that. So there's a nice big bathing platform, and there's still plenty of space to get out of the boat even with the tender in place. Let's carry on walking down the side of the boat. The first thing to note is, of course, this is the GT version. So this fixed roof up here, and I've got it open at the moment so you can see inside there, and I'll show that mechanism for how it closes a bit later on. But really good size windows, and then you've also got 3 windows at the stern. Now that's a really, really modern touch here from Fairline. This boat is a 2012 boat, but you'll notice lots of more modern boats now actually have these windows cut into the side, and so Fairline, I think, was one of the first manufacturers to start doing this back in 2012, and it makes this boat feel so light and spacious inside. Side deck access is excellent. You've got the nice safe walkway all the way across with guardrails. Obviously you've got an electric windlass at the front, and you've also got bow cushions which slot into that zip system at the front there. And then one of the things about this boat that you'll see is that there's lots and lots of light down below. There's light coming in from the top, light coming in from the side, and it makes this boat a really, really special example. So we carry on walking back round to the back. I like little touches like the teak around the side here. Now, one of the things that does let this boat, there's 2 things about this boat that I point out to all people who want to view her, is that the covers, they're past their best and need to be replaced, and also the teak. Sadly, what's happened with the teak is the caulking has let go, and so it's a bit like putty. So a job that does need to be done on this boat is the teak to be sanded back and then re-caulked, and also new cover set, and you'll notice that as we walk our way through. Stepping back onto the transom again, the size of this transom really is excellent. And then little touches like the transom door. So the transom door is there, but if you just lift this up, the transom door slides into its own little place, and that's really nice just to move that out the way. And the cockpit space is really spacious. So make sure this is a one owner from new boat. The upholstery, I believe, is all original, but all in excellent condition. There's no rips, marks or tears or anything like that. So if we start off on this side. So on this side here you have access just inside here for your generator controls. So this boat's fitted with a Fisher Panda suitcase generator, which I'll show you in the engine bay a little later, and then you've got manual bilge pumps there as well should your electric bilge pumps fail. And really, really nice feature on this boat is you've got a wet bar together with a electric barbecue. So because you've got the generator, you can have a electric barbecue here. So you go to a bay, just fire up the generator, and then you can have a barbecue in your cockpit area, which I really like. The seating area is all around here, and you may look at the floor now and go, well, where's the table? There's no table in there. So a nice feature again on this boat is if you just slide this piece out here, lock that up into the up position. I'm just going to turn that round here, which may be a good or bad thing to watch me doing this. you can then just slide the table out, pop it into position, and then open the table up just like that. So you can see that that piece there just stays up on its own, and that can slot back in. But then you've got a really, really good sized table. And I always like to show how many people can sit around here. You would get 8 people, I think, around that table with ease. Or if you wanted just to fold it in half and use it as more of a cockpit table, but maximise this cockpit space, then you've got the options there as well. So it's a really nice, I love the way that folds in there. Very clever design. I don't know why more boats don't do that, because tables can get in the way when they're not being used. So let's just fold that back into position, lift that up, drop that down, and then this is a little strut on here. Just break the seal on that, drop that down, and slide that back into position. And now the table's disappeared. Really nice. That's the Hurley davit system you can see on there. So those are the Hurley davits which just clip onto the back and get your tender onto there. Inside here you've got more storage space. This is drainable, so you can put wet ropes or anything like that. So that goes into there. And then you've got these fly screens which go around the window. So that just keeps the heat out during the day. You can see there's a fly screen on that window already. And I've taken it off there just to show what it looks like without it. Another quick sweep around the cockpit space there. Okay, so up towards the helm. The helm on these boats, it's a single helm seat, again very similar to the Targa 34, and you've got this really nice extra step. So if that slides down into position, what that allows me to do now is stand on there and have this excellent visibility. So I've got the camera here at my eye height, and you can see you've got excellent visibility all the way around as my head's now out of the sunroof on this, what is now a very sunny, lovely day here in Gosport. Navigation wise, it's all original. So you've got a GPS map, Garmin 4008, your GMI 10, which is like a repeater, and then all of your engine instrumentation here. The engine hours are around about 400 hours on these. And of course you do have a bow thruster, and then these really nice Volvo Penta EDC controls. Just slot that back up there. You can now see, if you do want to stand in this area here, not being on it, that bar is slightly in the way, which is why it's really useful just to lift you up to a slightly higher position. Seating here on the left hand side as well, you'd get probably 3 people around there, certainly 2, possibly 3. And it's got a very nice feel to it in this cockpit. Spin around here. Right, let's head down below. Just slip my shoes off. Now, one of the things I really, really like about this boat, and actually it's a real credit to the owner, is back in 2012 when this boat was manufactured, very, very popular to have light wood inside and then perhaps a creamy colour upholstery. What the owner did is decide to have a walnut. Now it's a matte effect walnut together with a white upholstery, and the gel coat in here is also white. Now that's really, really unusual and actually very, very modern now for its time. So if I just move the camera around, you can see this really, really nice high quality matte walnut effect with the white gel coat, white linings, and it just really, really pops down here. It looks very, very smart and very different. I'm so used to seeing the light interiors or the cherry wood interiors. I think this looks much, much smarter. Television built into here. Now that's a 12-volt TV, so you don't need to be plugged into the power to have television. This particular boat does have gas as well, so you've got a gas hob down here and a gas oven. If I open this up, you can see it's barely used at all. So I think this boat has been used for a lot of takeaways on this boat rather than use of the oven, which is nice. Distribution panel here from Fairline, very, very simple. Everything is here. Everything's very, very easy to run through. Everything can be isolated from this section. So you've got your AC domestic control, everything shore power or generator based here, and then your DC domestic, everything isolated just off there. Storage wise, you've got good storage space under all the cupboards. That's all nicely presented, all pretty much immaculate. The owner's taken all his stuff off now. And then in terms of plug sockets, you've got a plug socket here, and then you've got another double plug socket down there. If we move across here, inside the step, you've got a hidden bin, which is nice, and then a little storage space here. I've got a very similar boat to this. I tend to use that for crisps and things like that, and that's quite nice to put them in there. And then you've got more storage space just under the sink, under the lower step there. Close that up. while we're in here, I'll just show you underneath this rug. I just pop the rug down there. Now this is quite clever actually. If you lift this up, you've got two compartments. The first compartment here can be lifted out to give you bilge access, but what's in there is just dry storage to put tins, cans, etc. But under here, you've got yourself a little mini fridge. So there is a mini fridge, and it's even stocked with a few beers in there. So it's really nice to see. It's quite a clever use of space putting that in there. I've never seen that on these before. I'm guessing it was an option from you, but it's very, very easy to get access to. Just close that back down, and it disappears again. I'll just pop this runner rug down again as well. Might regret doing that now. Might take me a little while to get that right. There we go. And that's all down there again. Let's work our way forward first. So in the master cabin, a nice central island bed. Of course, the Targa 34 didn't have one of those. And then this really nice matte walnut effect all the way throughout. Lots of light coming through from the central window up there, which of course blinds can be pulled across. Then you've got windows on each side that you can have mosquito nets in or mosquito nets taken out. Size-wise, you just about get changed in there. There's enough space to get changed, and a really nice big full-size cupboard as well. Storage space all the way along here as well. Each of those lifts up all the way around. Now, this is also an ensuite, so you've got a Jack and Jill style arrangement. So inside here, you've got a full wraparound shower, toilet, top, this nice designer basin in here, and then storage space all at the back there as well. But let's go round and through, and then you can come out this way. So that operates also as a day heads on there. So that's where the access through into that place is. More light coming through from a half circular window at the top. And then this is a nice touch here. You've got a skylight which can be blocked off, but the skylight goes into just underneath the windscreen. So that gives a lot more light into here. So it does have a really, really light, spacious feel. And then my favourite cabin is this back one. So as you go into here you can see these lovely 3 windows. Now on the earlier versions of this boat, they actually had a worktop that came along here and then a sink. Oh, my phone is ringing. I'm just going to turn that off. A work surface here and a sink, but on this one it's got the extra sofa, or it could also be used up as a small small single bed for a small child in there as well. So you could sleep 3 in this cabin. Move down to here, you've got twin singles, but really nicely thought out on here. All you need to do is just lift that bed, slide it across, and that now creates a double. So I really like that because it just gives this cabin a lot more flexibility. And you've got 3 windows at the back there, you can just see them shining through. Lots of light, spaciousness coming through, more light than that cabin. And then you've got another television down here with a DVD player. So just lift this up, move it across, drop it down, and there you have twins again. Good sized cupboard in here as well. So that's a full hanging cupboard in there. More storage in the top here. And these lovely windows, then ocean air blinds all the way, and then storage all the way across the top. Back out of there again. Very, very nice interior on this boat. So I can't speak more highly of the way that this boat was specified from you, because it just feels very, very modern and a very, very special example. Right, let's show you the engines. So in order to get access to the engine bay, you have to lift up, take that seat cushion cover off there, and then there's just simply a button on the dash where you just press that button, and as if by magic, up comes the engine hatch. So it's got the cushion in the way there. Now this boat did have options of being fitted with Volvo Penta D6s, and for the reason that this has got so much space in the engine bay is because this boat's got the D4-300s, but the performance is still excellent. Good performance on this boat is still in excess of 35 knots with these D4-300s. So I would say, given the amount of space that you end up with the engine bay, plus still excellent performance, these are probably the engines of choice in these, the D4-300s. Huge amount of space down there, and then this really nice Panda suitcase generator. So when you're on a bay, you can just still have your mains electricity. Very, very clean, tidy engine bay. I'm just going to point something out. I've never noticed this before. When engines are running, and they're running hard, these water separators here, they tend to be totally full of water, and you can't always see if there's water in it, or if they're empty. So what this owner's done is actually put 2 ping pong balls in there. So it does mean that when the engine's running, you can see the balls moving around in the top, which I think is really cool. Such a simple little design, but I've never ever seen that, but I really like that. I think that's a really good idea, just to make sure that you can see that your raw water flow is good into your engines. Let's pop that back down again. Goes down a little bit quicker than it comes up. The boat's fitted with Webasto central heating, and that heating is also in the cockpit. You know, just seen a vent underneath that back seat there. And just to show you the roof in operation, so the roof is obviously fully open at the moment, but then with tap of a button here, you can see that the roof is now coming across. So if suddenly you're out at sea and there's a bit of spray coming over, or it starts to rain, you press a button and this roof slides all the way closed. I think it's probably about 20 seconds start to finish. Getting there now, and nearly closed off. There you go, and now you have a completely enclosed Gran Turismo Targa 38. Just looking around here, this boat really does feel very, very sharp and modern. It's got a really great feel to it. So I'm going to sit back down here, and as always, thank you for watching. So this has been a really, really exciting video to bring to you, because I haven't had a Targa 38 GT to sell before, and this I think is one of the best around. I just love the colour schemes in this. Great engine options, you've got the generator, also got underwater lights on this boat as well. So I would urge you to come and have a look at it. So thanks as always for watching. This has been Andrew from Parker Adams Boat Sales. If you've got this far, if you've liked what you've seen, please do subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to bringing you more of these videos. Thanks as always for watching.